The Southwest Companion Pass is the best deal in airlines. If you don't believe me, check out this previous video. I'm not going to rehash the entire thing, but you tell me what's better than 2 years of buy one get one free airline tickets. Nicole has a Companion Pass that is going to expire at the end of 2025. So when we fly as a family of 5, we get 20% off. Whether we use points or pay cash, we're only paying for 4 tickets. This is one of the ways that we go farther for less. But I thought a second Companion Pass would be even better. Nicole has hers, why not get one for me? Then 2 of us would fly free. And to be clear, by free I mean $5.60 each way on a domestic flight. But was I being too greedy? Too ambitious? Maybe too naive? Hello there. The Travel Points family is all about taking families farther for less. Vacations are too expensive. We focus on how to use credit cards to subsidize them. It doesn't make vacations free, but it drastically reduces the price. If you'd like to take your family farther for less, you should consider subscribing to the channel. And if you hear something that makes sense to you, go ahead and hit the like button. My plan was simple. I was going to follow exactly what I recommended when companion season kicked off. Apply for a Southwest business card and a Southwest personal card. I'd use Nicole's referral links. I'd end up with about 130,000 Rapid Reward points and a Companion Pass. Nicole would end up with an additional 50,000 Rapid Reward points from the referrals. Between the points and the pair of Companion Passes, we'd be ready to take several trips for a fraction of the cost, really maximizing on our 2-player strategy and optimizing our opportunities to travel farther for less. Step 1 was to get a Southwest business card. I went with a business card first because of the 524 rule. With Chase, the majority of business cards don't affect your 524 status because they do not show on your personal credit report. This means that new business cards don't impact your applications for Chase personal cards. However, new personal cards do impact your applications for Chase business cards. I am currently at 324, with one dropping off during November. So I'm under 524, but why tempt the gods? The other thing I have found is that I've been flagged by Chase for Nicole's new accounts because I'm an authorized user on most of her cards. A call to the reconsideration line has cleared that up on the last few applications. If you have to make that phone call, be clear that you are only responsible for the cards in your name. Your husband, wife, partner, they're responsible for the cards in their name. Southwest has 2 business card options, the Performance and the Plus. There are some minor differences between them. The Performance's annual fee is an extra $100. Compared to the Plus, you earn a little bit better on Southwest purchases, get reimbursed for 365 Wi-Fi connections, get a credit for TSA PreCheck, and a few more perks. But the most important thing right now is that the welcome offer for the Performance business card is 80,000 Rapid Reward points. Hitting that sub would have me most of the way to the Companion Pass. Step 2 would be to get one of the 3 personal cards. They each have an identical welcome offer right now, 40,000 Rapid Reward points and a $400 statement credit. And it's a blanket statement credit. It's not even $400 back on Southwest purchases. So this is actually a very strong welcome offer from Southwest right now that you should really consider. But I never got to, because when I applied for the Performance business card, I was denied. I wasn't even put in the need more time to consider your application pool. It was a flat denial. So I did what any credit card aficionado would do. I called up the reconsideration line. But I had applied on a Saturday and they're only open Monday through Friday, so I had to call back on Monday. So on Monday afternoon, I placed my call. I told the automated system I wanted to check on the status of an application, and I was once again told that I had been denied, but I was given the opportunity to speak to a customer rep. We went through the whole account verification process, and she told me I had been denied for a list of reasons. Too many new accounts, too many active accounts, or too much unused credit, insufficient deposit history, business structure, age of business. I was disheartened but determined. So I went to work on the rep, politely. The first thing was to clear up my 524 status, which was being referenced by too many new accounts. Once again, being an authorized user on some of Nicole's cards had muddied the water. It took a few minutes, but we were able to separate my cards from hers. 524 status is caught by a Chase computer algorithm. An actual person can help you resolve that issue. The rep said, "Good news, we can continue with your application." I was then transferred to an underwriter. She put me on hold, reviewed my application, and regretted to inform me that she could not approve my application at this time. She gave me the same reasons as before, minus the too many new accounts. I tried to engage with her some more. I mean, if I already had an Inc. card with this business, how could this business be too new now? Or why would there be a problem with the business structure now? But she told me that she was not a credit advisor. Could only provide me with the reasons for not being approved. She wouldn't even use the word denied. We went in circles for a little bit more, but when I hung up, I still wasn't approved. I took a good look at the information I had. If I had too much unused credit, maybe I can get rid of some. I didn't want to really mess with my personal accounts, but I had 2 Chase Inc. Unlimited cards, one for tutoring and one for this channel. While they are both tied to me and function as sole proprietorships, I have an EIN for the Travel Points family. I had wanted to make the 2 businesses truly separate. I decided to shift all my Inc. Unlimited spending to the Travel Points family card and cancel the other Inc. Unlimited. Hopefully, this would reduce my total available credit and boost my spending on the other Inc. Unlimited enough to make a difference. I placed 2 calls. The first one was easy. I just called up and canceled the Inc. Unlimited I no longer wanted. That left me with another call to the reconsideration line. I waited a couple days before I called, and then once I got to a live representative, we started our dance again. Thankfully, we didn't have to separate my cards from Nicole's again, so that saved some time. I made a case for why I wanted to get the card without mentioning the companion pass. I spoke about the elevated spending categories really matching my spending habits and anticipating need to travel, so the TSA PreCheck came into play, and being able to use Wi-Fi and work while traveling. Then, I was put on hold. For a while. Finally, the elevator music stopped, and I heard, "Thank you for holding." I started out this video by asking if I was being too ambitious or greedy or naive. It turns out the answer was yes. Chase would not approve me. I did make progress on the denial. Initially, there were 5 reasons for my denial. When I got the final follow-up letter, I was down to 2. 1, too many active accounts or too much available credit. And 2, business is too new. But it only takes 1 reason for denial, so I was out of luck. For me, I think it came down to too much unused credit. During my last call, the rep said that I had $132,000 in available credit from Chase. That let me know they were looking at my business and personal credit when making a decision for this approval. And yeah, I don't use $132,000 on a monthly basis. Nowhere close. And while this high total limit helps me with my utilization rate, it hurt me with this application. During my application process for the Southwest Performance Business Card, I had started to hear reports that Chase was locking down on approvals for Inc. cards. People were getting denied at a much higher rate than 6 months ago or a year ago. So I'm curious if Chase is tightening up on all their business cards. I hope you're having more success than I did with your application process. By now, I was hoping to have the Performance Business and the Priority Personal cards. But, oh well. If you're going for your companion pass, remember to keep an eye on the timing. Remember how important the timing is. For a refresher, check out this video about the companion pass. But what now? Well, to be honest, I almost had like a knee-jerk reaction and decided to say, screw you, Chase, and go on an application binge. Like I was going to go get the JetBlue card from Barclays, and I was going to get the business one and the personal one, and then I was going to get the Saver card from Capital One also. But I took a step back and controlled myself. I remembered that I had a plan. Now, I might have missed out on the companion pass, but there are worse things in life. And while I had plans for those rapid reward points and the companion pass, I was able to get the tickets we wanted anyway, and I still use points to do it. And I'm going to share about those plans during the first quarter of 2025, but Nicole and I are excited. And I hope you're excited about using your companion pass. It's a great way to take your family farther for less. And that's what we focus on here at the Travel Points family, helping you take your families farther for less. There are lots of different ways to do it using credit cards. The companion pass is one option, but to learn about other ways to subsidize your family vacations, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Little things like that, subscribing, liking this video, sharing it, can help other people take their families farther for less too. If you've got time, check out these videos next. But until next time, safe travels.